If you want to overcome the nice guy or the nice girl syndrome, you have to give yourself permission to be bad. And this might sound like a bit of a paradox, but when you allow yourself and give yourself the permission to be bad, your whole life will change. And I know that because in my own journey, this was one of the most important things in my personal transformation, in breaking the pattern of people pleasing and being nice for others, and people, meeting their needs first and going above and beyond and being needy with women and stuff. The biggest lesson I've learned is that if I give myself permission to put my need first, to express myself, to express when I'm not happy, to say no, to set boundaries, to do all those things that I thought people will reject me or not like me or treat me in a bad way, or all those things that I thought, might get me rejected or disliked or whatever. When I started doing these things, not only people started treating me and respecting me differently, right? But also I started treating and respecting and loving myself much more. My self-image, my self-worth rose, and I realized that none of those things were actually bad. They were only my insecurities and my dependence on other people's approval, other people, validation, and making everybody happy and making sure it's always harmony and nobody's hurt and nobody, see me in a bad way and all this crap. When I realized and when I took action to overcome that fear and allowed myself to be bad, and that doesn't mean that you become crazy and narcissistic and treat other people like garbage or rubbish. You simply allow yourself to be authentic, to be confident, to be expressed, to take no shit, to call other people on their bullshit, to set rules, to express your needs, to set boundaries. You realize that all those things are normal. But why do I call them bad first? Because when you are in that nice guy, nice girl pattern or people-pleasing tendency and you're really into it, you don't really see those things as being normal, because if they were normal, you would do them. And I remember, back then when I had all those issues and I was struggling a lot with that, I had a lot of resistance doing those things. On some level, I knew it made sense, but I had a lot of resistance because then I was like, what will people think? What will people say? What will people leave me? I had always this fear of being rejected, not like creating troubles. And then I will just need to fix everything and appease everybody and harmonize everybody. So it would be taxing and exhausting. So the main strategy I had is to keep doing what I was doing even though it wasn't working, until I reached that point when I really realized that this shit is not working and that it's all about my own self-worth, and that I needed to start putting myself first, loving myself first, improving myself first. But you cannot just do that inside of you, because yes, working on your self-esteem, your self-worth is so important, right? But if you do that and you take action at the same time, and you set those boundaries, and you show up in a new way, and you say no, and you learn to speak up, and you learn to not only feel your emotion, but express your emotion, express your boundaries, and show up in a new way, and ask for things, right? Now you're embodying all that self-work you've been doing, and the transformation becomes complete. You let go of the guilt, you let go of the scarcity, you let go of all this insecurity, and you become a completely different person. So give yourself permission to be bad, to be authentic, to go after what you want, to ask for what you want, to express your need, to set boundaries, to say no, to say fuck you, I won't, if that's how you feel. But do it in a respectful, in a compassionate, and in a, it's not about becoming a crazy person who attacks others, and that defeats the purpose. So when I say bad, it's not about becoming the craziest, most stupid person out there. It's about really becoming your most authentic, grounded self, and letting that true self that you've been pushing away for so long express himself or herself. It's the most freaking freeing thing you can do in your life. It's not the easiest, because if you have, those insecurities, and if you feel like you're not good enough as you are, you will overcompensate by trying to get other people's approval, by being successful, by looking a certain way, by having money, by having nice things or whatever, in order to feel good about yourself. And as long as your strategy to receive that is external, you will always feel insecure. It will always not be enough. And you will always go back to those old coping mechanisms. So allow yourself to be bad, put yourself first, be selfish, do what needs to be said, follow your heart, follow what you really think, say what you think, and watch your life freaking change. Be well, make sure you subscribe. Bye.